Welcome to Vol State Community College here in Gallatin, Tennessee for the final day of the 2022 fall season for the Pioneers. We will play two 5-inning ball games here to finish out the Fall World Series. Checking our volume and our audio today to make sure that we're not having an echo again. We've learned our lesson, not necessarily how to fix the problem, although we hope that we have it fixed. But my sometime intern, Alex Qualls, gives me the thumbs up, says we are good to go. So that not only good for me, but especially good for you folks listening in today. Thank you for joining us. We are just a few minutes away as both teams finish their in and out, as they call it. Infield and outfield is what we called it. They just went ahead and shortened it in the last 40 years sometime. I'm not sure when that happened. But Team Kail has a 2-1 lead over Team Rypel in the first three games. Recap, game one actually took 2 different days. Started on Tuesday, and 16 runs were scored in 3 and plus innings. So all 16 runs were scored in the first 3.5 innings. Rain came, and we had to shut it down for the day. Came back on Friday. I guess that was actually Wednesday. I think Tuesday, finished it up on Wednesday. No runs were scored. I think there was just a few hits. One hit there in the 4th inning. So 1 hit, 2 hits. Drew Plummer got a base hit, an infield single, along with Jake Burris. So we came back on Wednesday. Only 2 hits. So 2 different games in the middle of one game. But Coach Kail's squad won that game 11-5. Coach Rypel's squad came back yesterday, game 2. That was game 1 of the doubleheader, and won in thrilling fashion as Ryan Wells hit a 3-run walk-off home run in the bottom of the 6th inning, which was actually an extra inning since we were scheduled for only 5. In his first at-bat, he drove in 3 runs, and Coach Rypel's squad evened the series at 7-4. But then come back in game 2 of the doubleheader, game 3 in the Classic. Coach Kail's squad shut out Coach Rypel 8-0. Kail's squad had 8 runs, 3 hits, no errors. And Coach Rypel's squad, who was blue yesterday, but they're red today, had no runs on 5 hits and 2 errors. As we are getting set today for game 4, game 1 of the doubleheader. So the Rowdy Rypels are in red, which will help today. And they will face a lineup for Coach Kail, who is not present today, but he sent his lineup. And this is what he came up with. Drew Plummer will lead off for the blue squad, Coach Kail, and he will catch. Batting second, Reed Mashinsky will play center field. Drew Webster will be a designated hitter and bat third in the lineup. Carter Vrabel at third base, batting fourth. Ethan Huddleston will bat 5th and play second base today. Keegan Evick, an extra hitter, batting 6th. The 7-hole hitter, Ethan here, will be out in right field. Noah Ward at first base, batting 8th. And big Jay Sharla, who had a 2-run bomb yesterday, will play left field and bat 9th. And Matt Hall, look at there. There's Dan Zettel sticking his big hand up and his face in the screen. Shannon showed up. Ethan Huddleston's mom and stepdad. And Matt Hall will bat 10th and play shortstop today. Chase Birdwell on the mound for the Rowdy Rypels. He will deliver the first pitch to Drew Plummer, and we are underway as Plummer fouls the first pitch he sees. Off to the right. We are underway. Another pitch down low. This is Tanner Bumbleow, who's getting used to this umpiring. out there did a really good job, I thought, yesterday in a spot that's not easy. Another foul ball straight back. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Birdwell getting the ball and pumping it in there. There's no wasted effort here. There's a breaking pitch, and Plummer will take a look at that one and go have a seat. Big, huge breaking pitch for Birdie. Bring to the plate Reed Mashinsky. Tall center fielder. He will look at that same breaking pitch. It's about a 12-6 breaker. Bird has the ball and has the sign from Caleb Hawkins. Foul ball on another breaking pitch. Chase Birdwell's through one appearance here in the Fall Classic for the Red squad, or Coach Rypel's squad. Breaking pitch fouled off to the Red dugout. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Reed Mashinsky in the Fall has 3 hits and 11 official at-bats. Jacob Messer down at third base, coaching Kail's squad. That pitch on the inside corner, another called strike 3, and Chase Birdwell has got it going on early here in game 1 of the doubleheader. That is strikeout number 16 and 17 for him this fall. Now Drew Webster steps in. First pitch to Webster, down low from CPA here in Nashville, Christ Presbyterian Academy. Breaking pitch misses inside. First 2 ball, no strike count that Birdwell has gone on a batter. And now 3 balls, no strikes. He pumped the fastball in there. Hunter Searcy in left, Zach Zimmerly in center, and Cam Hodges in right. There's one right down the can, 3 balls and a strike. Brody Melton at third, Logan Molnar at short, Tyler Holsworth at second as another strike gets poured in there. And we have a Full Count Ministries full count. Cedric Harris with his first start or appearance out at first base. Caleb Hawkins behind the plate. Breaking pitch swung on and missed. Ball dropped in the dirt. Birdwell has struck out the side here in the top of the first inning. Looking dominant. Coach Kail's squad goes down in order, and Trenton Sholey will be out on the mound. I'll keep it right here as we'll go through the starting lineup for Coach Rypel's squad. Leading off and playing center field, Zach Zimmerly. Batting second, the shortstop, Logan Molnar. Cedric Harris will, as I said, play first base and bat third. Cam Hodges, the cleanup hitter, playing right field. Corbin Overbay, an extra hitter, hitting in the 5 spot. Brody Melton with a 15 for 29 fall so far, hitting a little over 500. Will play third base and bat sixth. Caleb Hawkins behind the plate. He is leading all Pioneers with hits this fall with 17. And these stats are only in games that I've broadcast, so I'm not counting inter-squad games that have been played that I did not broadcast. So Caleb Hawkins will bat 7th, and he is behind the plate. Maddox Liebrick, a DH, batting 8th. And the 9-hitter is Hunter Searcy playing left field. Tyler Holsworth at second base, hitting in that 10 spot. And on the mound, Trenton Sholey from Tullahoma, Tennessee. Tullahoma High School, teammates with third baseman Brody Melton. He has thrown 1 game against an opposition and 1 game in the Fall World Series. Has pitched 3 innings, given up 2 hits, 3 runs that were earned, has walked 6 batters, struck out 2, hit a batter, given up 1 home run. Trenton Sholey will face Zach Zimmerly. who hit a leadoff home run in the top of the second inning in Game 1 of yesterday's doubleheader. First pitch to Zimmerly outside the zone. Fouls that pitch straight back. Zach Zimmerly from Hendersonville High School, Hendersonville, Tennessee, just right down the road from Gallatin. Playing center field. Shelly's 1-1 in the dirt. He's throwing to Drew Plummer, getting his first action of the World Series behind the plate. Jay Scharl out in left, Reed Mashinsky in center, Ethan here in right. Swung on a foul back. Yeah, moves 2 balls, 2 strikes. Carter Vrabel at third. Matt Hall is at shortstop. Ethan Huddleston at second base, and Noah Ward over at first base. Pitch misses outside. We have a full count. Ministries full count. A couple of these guys played in the full count fall league while they were in high school. Cade Sanders played 1 year for Team Reese. This young man, Zach Zimmerly, also played, I think, 1 year, maybe played a couple years. I don't know that he could remember the team that he played for or who the coach was. He draws a leadoff walk. Trenton Sholey has gotten a late start in the fall, battling an injury. Logan Molnar, who was also battling an injury, steps to the plate. There's a breaking pitch in there on the inside corner called strike one. Molnar from Independence High School, Thompson Station, Tennessee, just south of Nashville, a little bit farther south than Franklin, Tennessee. Looking for his first hit this fall. Breaking pitch misses just outside. I believe I see Zach Zimmerly's dad again in the same spot he was in yesterday when Zach hit that leadoff shot over the left field fence. Zimmerly has a pretty big lead. He looked like he was going to go. The pitch goes down low, 2 balls and a strike. Again, you see that additional fence that's between the camera and home plate. That is a screen that is blocking Coach McGuire as a breaking pitch curves around the inside corner. Trenton Shelby thought he had him one there, but he did not. So Coach McGuire is sitting behind that screen watching the action. Throw over to first base, gets by Noah Ward, goes to the fence. Zimmerly at second base, and he will keep going. Throw to third base, will hit. Zimmerly in the back. Carter Vrabel hustling over, diving to get that ball. But Trenton Sholey was over there. Jay Scharla was right where he was supposed to be. So a 2-base error will get Zach Zimmerly over to third base. And a 3-1 count to Logan Molnar. On deck, Thedrick Harris. There's a drive out to left field. That should get a run in. If it doesn't get down, and it will get down at one hop over the fence. So Logan Molnar, with his first hit of the fall, drives in Zach Zimmerly with the first run of the ball game. A walk, an error, and a ground rule double. 2 batters in the bottom of the first inning. Brings to the plate Thedrick Harris, also looking for his first hit of the fall. Sholey checks Molnar at second. Fastball misses outside. I guess I might need to clear that. Another pitch outside the zone. Sholey at the beginning of the fall was rehabbing an injury, and as I said, got a late start, so that's why he only has 2 appearances on the mound. There's a swing and a miss on a fastball inside. And again, he might have gotten some appearances in inter-squad games that I did not broadcast. Thought I'd check the weather here. 68 degrees, sunny right now here in Gallatin, Tennessee. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. Count goes at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Thedrick Harris from Overton High School right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Home of the Bobcats, John Overton High School. It's down your way there, Alex, isn't it? Alex Qualls, Lipscomb Academy, not too far away from. Okay, there's a breaking pitch, swung on and missed, and Sholey gets his first out via a swinging strikeout by Thedrick Harris. 1 out, 1 on, 1 in for Coach Rypel's squad. He's down there at third base. Jake Burris coaching down at first base. Cam Hodges steps to the plate, sees a breaking pitch, misses outside. Tanner Bumbelow, our umpire out there on the other side of pitcher's mound. Called both games yesterday. Looks like he's back out there again for both games today. Fastball at the letters, called strike. Leadoff walk and a ground rule double by Logan Molnar. Hopped over the fence out there in left center field. Count goes 2 balls and a strike. Foul ball straight back. That's where that screen saved Coach McGuire. That would have been right on him. Big shout out to Alex Qualls for being Mr. Fix-It today. We had no music yesterday, but he wiggled a couple wires and fixed the screen. There's a pop-up to second base. Ethan Huddleston is under it, and he will make the catch for out number 2. We didn't know what was going on. We came up to the press box yesterday, and Alex Qualls, who handles the public address and the music, could not get the system up and running. So came here just a little bit earlier today and wiggled a couple wires, and voila. Corbin Overbay looks at strike 1. Looking to drive in Molnar, who's standing at second base. Corbin 9 for 25 this fall. He swings, pops one up. Noah Ward doesn't see it. Ethan Huddleston over in foul territory will make the catch outside of your view for the third out. But the Rowdy Rypels cracked the scoring column. The first 2 hitters walk and error and a ground rule double as they get on the board and lead 1-0 after 1. Be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Carter Vrabel will lead off for the blue squad, Coach Rypel's squad. Chase Birdwell back out on the mound for the red squad. Overhand curve misses. If we can get that tight shot in here. There's a swing and a foul ball off to the right side. Strike two called. Carter Vrabel looking to snap out of it. He's 5 hits and 37 at-bats this fall. Coach McGuire looking for a lot of production out of him. He led the squad in the spring with 12 home runs and 40 RBIs, hoping that he improves on that. Birdwell gets him swinging. That's 4 straight strikeouts by Chase Birdwell, looking like Justin Verlander, at least in the first part of the ball game yesterday, if you watched it, the World Series. Ethan Huddleston steps to the plate. 3-year player versus 3-year player. Here's they are a handful of players that have been with the program this now the 3rd year. Big Uncle Charlie in there for a called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball at the knees, says Tanner Bumbelow. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Ethan Huddleston, who's having a fantastic fall. He's got 16 hits, second on the squad this fall. 16 for 40, and he swings and misses at a fastball. There's a debate there as to whether or not, I thought he was debating whether or not he'd actually hit it or tipped it, but I didn't hear anything. 5 straight strikeouts to start the ball game. Chase Birdwell does not want to let his other teammates play. And now Keegan Evick, and he finally puts bat on the ball, drives one out to right field. Back out there to make the catch is Cam Hodges just before the warning track. That is out number 3. So 6 up, 6 down for the man they call Bird or Birdie. Chase Birdwell from Lebanon High School, Lebanon, Tennessee. We are through 1.5, 1-0. Coach Rypel's squad leads. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Moving to the bottom of the 2nd inning here in Gallatin in Game 4 of the Vol State World Series. This will be final day of scrimmaging anyway for the Pioneers. They'll start conditioning next week and won't be back on the field as a team probably for about 107 days, I think I figured out. So it will be a while before we get everybody back together. Typically, it's not the same 52 players as is out here in the fall. Brody Melton leads off. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Brody Melton, 15 hits and 29 at-bats, just a little over 500 that he is hitting. Caleb Hawkins leads with 17 hits. Ethan Huddleston, 16. And this young man right here, Brody Melton, looks at strike one, has 15 hits. Again, those are all in games that this is all stats that I'm keeping. This is not official. This doesn't come from Coach McGuire. He swings and drives one out to right field. Back goes Ethan here, and then he comes back in, makes the catch. For out number one, just outside of your view, but it was in fair territory. A leadoff out for Trenton Sholey. That's what he needed. And now Caleb Hawkins with 17 hits, 36 plate appearances. Steps to the plate in there for a called strike on a breaking pitch at the knees. Caleb Hawkins from Stewart's Creek High School. Went to Wabash Valley College out of high school and transferred to Dyersburg State. Played there for one spring a couple years ago as he swings and misses. Like change up there from Trenton Sholey. Played one spring at Dyersburg, and then when Coach McGuire came here last year, transferred here to Vol State. Had a very good spring. Another changeup, looks like it went down in the dirt. Caleb Hawkins played in 35 games this spring. 6 home runs, 26 RBIs, hit just under 300. He hits a ball off the heel of Coach Rypel down there at third base. And again, I gave you the wrong camera angle. Thought I was on the tight shot. I don't think you would have seen Coach Rypel. You would not have. He tried to dance out of the way of that, but apparently he did not stretch before the game today and just couldn't get out of the way. But he's okay. Tough guy. 1-2 pitch. Breaking pitch in there for called strike three. Hawkins started to go, but held up. Very nice pitch by Sholey. It's his second strikeout of the ball game. Brings to the plate Maddox Liebrick, another Stewart's Creek high schooler. Redshirt freshman. Breaking pitch in there on the outside corner, called strike. That one gets down in the dirt. Maddox was part of the press box gang this past spring, looking to get out onto the field. From Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Swing and a miss. Sholey delivers a fastball on the inside. Liebrick just could not get any part of that bat on. The son of Greg and Amy Liebrick, the brother to Madison Heath, looking as well as Sholey with a 1-2-3 inning after giving up an unearned run there in the first. 3 up, 3 down. We're heading to the top of the third inning. 1-0, Coach Rypel's squad leads. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. To the top of the third, Ethan here, right fielder for Coach Kail's Blue Squad. Stepping in against Chase Birdwell. Goes to a knee to foul that one off. Big overhand breaking pitch. Says it's outside. Ethan here, Noah Ward, Jay Charlotte to the plate. He looks at a fastball on the outside corner. Young goes 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chase Birdwell has been pumping in the strikes. Outside, Birdwell was walking off the mound. Thought he had him one. Actually, I thought he had him number 6, 5 strikeouts. Fastball stays high. It's maybe the first full count here for Chase Birdwell. Full count ministries, full count. He is ready to go, and he gets a swing and a miss. And down goes Ethan here. 7 in a row for the redshirt sophomore. Noah Ward, who's 7 for 20, according to my calculations, is to the plate from Knoxville, Tennessee. Strike called. Birdwell, 6 foot, 200-pound right-hander. Foul tipped into the glove. It's now ahead of Ward. A freshman two-way player, right-handed pitcher, and first and third, and he's got an 0-2 pitch fastball high. Not tempting to Ward. Overhand yacker called strike 3, and down goes Ward. Telling you, Chase Birdwell came in with 15 strikeouts in 9 2/3, and he is at 7 after 2 2/3. You're in game 1 of the 5-inning doubleheader. Misses with that pitch. To Big Jay Charla from Riverdale High School, redshirt sophomore, and Charla hits a shot out to shortstop. It gets off the glove of, I think that's Logan Molnar still out there in shortstop. So the first base runner for Team Kail will be Jay Charla. One hopper right there that I'm going to have to call that an error. Yep, we were wrong. With Chase Birdwell might get a 3 up, 3 down. Matt Hall steps to the plate as a 10-hole hitter. First pitch she sees is a big overhand curveball. Ball 1. So Charlotte at first. Hall at the plate. Breaking pitch blocked by Hawkins. Caleb Hawkins caught every inning, I believe. Ground ball down the third base line. It's a fair ball. Matt Hall gets base hit. Charla will go on to third, and Matt Hall will move on into second base. I don't think there was an error there. I think that Jay Charla just decided he should go. I think that would be in the book as a double, as it gets just off of Brody Milton's glove down there. So two of the smaller guys in the lineup now on second and third. I think both 5'9" or 5'8". So Matt Hall with a double will bring up Drew Plummer with 2 outs. Swings and pops one up. Off to the right side, Frederick Harris will make the grab outside of your viewing area just before the fence. So Plummer pops out in foul territory for out number 3. There were no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. They threatened, they just could not push one across. Still find themselves down to the Rypels, 1-0. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Moving to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Coach Rypel's squad will send Hunter Searcy, Tyler Holsworth, and Zach Zimmerly to the plate. See if they can add on to their slim 1-0 lead. Trenton Sholey still on the mound for Coach Kail's squad. First pitch low and outside. Hunter Searcy 5 for 25 this fall, and games that I have broadcast. Breaking pitch outside. Pretty close there on that outside corner, but does not get the call. Searcy from Louisville pops one up into shallow right field. Ethan Huddleston will be out and make the grab for the first out of the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's a 3rd pop-up that Huddleston's caught at second base in 9 batters. That brings 10-hole hitter Tyler Holsworth. Playing second base today, 7 for 23 this fall. Has 2 home runs in recent games. Asked him if he had changed his diet, maybe gotten in a little more lean beef or chicken here. But he said no, as that ball is grounded foul down the third base line. From Norcross, Georgia, freshman middle infielder. Good-looking player. Bats lead off. He's batted in this 10 hole. There's a breaking pitch that'll get in there for a called strike. One out, nobody on. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. We're scheduled for 2 5-inning games today to finish out the fall season. Pioneers went 13-4-1 against opposition this year. Breaking pitch line down the third base line. It's foul. John Rypel was calling for that one. He's down there looking at it. even now, but it was foul, John, by a pretty good margin. Sholey will deliver another 2-2 pitch to Holsworth, and he does. And Holsworth gets a hold of another one out there to Jay Charlotte going back, and there's number 3 for the fall, Tyler Holsworth. I'm telling you, somebody needs to check to see what he's been eating. Maybe he's getting a little more rest. I don't know, but the young man has just gone 3 big flies in 4 games, I believe it is. He got that one just over the fence to give Coach Rypel's squad a 2-0 lead. Second hit of the ball game for Coach Rypel's squad, and that brings Zach Zimmerly to the plate. He squares around the bunt, pulls it back, and pitches high and inside. Zimmerly walked and scored. Another pitch high and tight. 2 balls, no strikes to Zach Zimmerly, playing center field today. Leave your girlfriend alone, Alex Qualls. There's a called strike. Spending time on that phone. Gonna wear your fingers out, boss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a foul tip into the glove. Alex Qualls has had a little bit of tough luck this week. The victim of a hit and run, and then parking a car in his apartment parking lot as that ball's fouled back. He gets towed in his own apartment parking lot because they don't recognize that car right there, Alex. And his phone was in the car. I mean, another foul off as Zimmerly staying alive. A tough pitch by Trenton Sholey. Count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes. Freshmen's battling here at Pioneer Field on Ball State campus. Another pop up that over to right or over to first base. Noah Ward over to make the catch. I think he made the catch. We'll see. I guess so. Zach Zimmerly walking off the field, so he must have. It was just on the other side of the dugout. Somebody was yelling it's out of play, but clearly was not out of play. So 2 outs, 1 run in. Logan Molnar steps to the plate. Ball downstairs. Molnar ground rule double to left center, drove in Zach Zimmerly in the first. Starts to go. Pitch called a ball. Almost looked like Tanner Bumbleau was looking down at the first base coach to see if he was going to call whether or not Logan Molnar swung on that pitch. 2-0 pitch, breaking pitch stays inside. No. Called strike by Tanner Bumbleau. Might have had to take issue with that one. Helping out his pitching buddy. Tanner Bumbleau also is a two-way player, but because of an injury, he's on the shelf for the rest of the fall. 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Thedrick Harris. That's ball high, and there's walk number 2 of the afternoon for Trenton Sholey. Country Cade McKee coming out of Kail's dugout to lift Trenton Sholey. And looks like we're going to see Devin Thrain on here for the Blue Squad. So we'll take a quick break and be right back on the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete called to the bullpen for Coach Kail's squad. Devin Thrain from Summit High School has 5 appearances, has not appeared yet in this fall classic in the inter-squad matchups. So 5 appearances, 5 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned runs, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Has hit 2 batters, given up 1 home run. Thrain, 6 foot, 180-pound freshman from Summit High School, is a teammate with his battery mate Drew Plummer there, and he is from Thompson Station, general studies major, and the son of Patrick and Michelle Thrain, and the grandson of Nani in Massachusetts, along with Grammy and Grandpa also in Massachusetts. Two-way player, played center field, and I think he'll get in game 2 here in the field as a hitter. And he is set to face Thedrick Harris with a runner at first base. First pitch to Harris, fastball outside. Logan Molnar on at first base with a walk. Is 1 run in as Tyler Holsworth hit his 3rd home run of the fall. Throw over to first base. Not in time. Harris struck out in the first. The 1-0 right down the can, called strike. A lot of movement out there on the mound with Devin Thrain as he delivers the ball to the plate. A lot of effort, and he gets a swing and a miss. On deck, Cam Hodges hoping to get an at-bat here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-0. Coach Rypel's squad has the early lead. And the pitch, fastball outside. Plummer thinks about throwing down to first base, but does not. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Thrain looking to finish this inning off. A 2-hopper, slow 2-hopper down to Carter Vrabel, throws over to Ward at first base to retire Harris, and that will retire the side. But 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, 1 runner left on base. 2-0. Coach Rypel's squad leads. We're heading to the top of the 4th, scheduled for 5. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Chase Birdwell back out on the mound for inning number 4 for Coach Rypel. Giving up no runs. 1 hit. It was a double to Matt Hall. Then induced Drew Plummer to pop out with runners at second and third. And preserve the shutout. He will face Reed Mashinsky here at the top of the 4th inning. Mashinsky, one of 7 strikeout victims of Chase Birdwell, as both the pitcher and the batter started and both stepped out. There's a drive out to right center field. That'll get down and get to the wall. Mashinsky will head to second base for a leadoff double. Throw comes into the bag. Nobody there. But Birdwell able to retrieve that one. So a leadoff double by Reed Mashinsky to greet Chase Birdwell. Drew Webster steps to the plate. As the tying run. Breaking pitch blocked by Hawkins. On deck, Carter Vrabel. The defense for the red squad after this pitch. Swung on and grounded down the third base line. Melton able to get a glove on it. That will save a run for now. As back-to-back hits. These true freshmen, Drew Webster with hard shot down the third base line. Coach Rypel will come out of the dugout. Wants to talk to his infielders. As we have runners at first and third now with nobody out. Carter Vrabel will step to the plate. The next 5 batters were all struck out. I'm sorry. Keegan Evick was not. Birdwell struck out 7 of the first 8 batters that he faced. But the blue squad putting back-to-back hits together here. A double by Reed Mashinsky into right center field. He eluded Zach Zimmerly out there in center field. And then a hard shot down the third base line by Drew Webster. Saved a run for now as that fastball misses high to Vrabel. So Hunter Searcy out in left field. Zach Zimmerly in center. Cam Hodges in right field. Swing and a miss. Like a changeup by Birdwell. Brody Melton at third. Logan Molnar at short. Tyler Holsworth at second. Thedrick Harris still at first base with Caleb Hawkins behind the dish. Ground ball. That'll go foul. Caught by Jacob Messer, the third base coach. He's down there getting some instruction from Coach McGuire. Messer is on the injured list for right now as well, so doing what he can do, and right now what he can do is coach third base for Coach Kail's squad. Nobody out, runners at first and third, fastball high, pops out of Hawkins' glove, but not far away enough for the runners to advance. It's a great play by Brody Melton down there at third base to save a run, at least for now. Carter Vrabel as the runner goes. Breaking pitch in the dirt, blocked by Hawkins. Webster will be in there without a throw at second base. So a stolen base for Drew Webster. Coach McGuire will come out and check on Caleb Hawkins, who has This is now the third game that he's caught of the 4. Landon Luderman caught, that was game 2 on Friday, which was game 1 of the doubleheader on Friday, but it was game 2 of the World Series. Caleb Hawkins looks like he's going to be catching both ends of the doubleheader today. And full count Ministries, full count, and that will be ball 4 to Carter Vrabel. Load the bases for Ethan Huddleston. Jammed a finger yesterday sliding into second base. Came to the field today. I wasn't sure if he was going to be able to play or not, but he's pretty tough, just like his mama. I don't see her sitting down there now. Maybe she left. Swinging a foul straight back. Oh, now I see her. She's over on the other side of the stands on the first base side, between the stands and catching side of the dugout. 0-1 pitch from Birdwell. Swung on, fouled off over to the on-deck circle. Kicking Evick will snag that ball, and Birdwell now has Huddleston in an 0-2 deficit. Bases loaded, nobody out. Coach Kail's squad threatening here in the top of the 4th, a game that's scheduled for 5 innings. It gets late early here in the Vol State World Series. There's a ball in the dirt, blocked up the first base line, but not far enough for Mashinsky to risk coming home. Smart decision by him and Coach Jacob Messer down there. With nobody out, the bases loaded, you sure don't want to take a risk of trying to score on that play. Give your redshirt sophomore a chance to drive you in right here with a 1-2 pitch. Fastball, oh my gosh, called strike 3. Huddleston cannot believe that. Rypel will come out of the dugout. Looks like that will be it for Chase Birdwell as he gets his 8th strikeout on a fastball that Ethan Huddleston would say about neck high. And we have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. Braxton Alexander will come and get the baseball from Chase Birdwell. See if he can protect that lead. We'll take a quick break and be right back. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Left-handed freshman Braxton Alexander out of the bullpen to spell Chase Birdwell, who's apparently got a pitch count. I think all of them have a bit of a pitch count going. So Birdwell went 3 1/3. So far has given up no runs, but 3 runners on base are his responsibility. Braxton Alexander, 5'11", 175-pound left-hander from Woodbury, Tennessee, Cannon County High School, a marketing major, son of Brian and Andrea Alexander, and the grandson to Papa and Mimi in Reedaville. As a younger brother, Andrew. Hopefully all of the Alexander clan are tuning in here as Braxton has his work cut out for him. 1 out, bases loaded. He will face Keegan Evick, who was 2 for 7 this far in the fall, including a 3-run home run. Here's a solid base hit into right field. 1 run will score. As Cam Hodges gets the ball back in, so Keegan Evick sees the first pitch from Alexander and delivers a base hit into right field. Everybody moves up a base. And the bases are still loaded. Ethan here steps in against Braxton Alexander. Breaking pitch misses high. So Drew Webster down at third, Carter Vrabel at second, and Keegan Evick now on at first base. Ethan here looks at called strike. Here struck out to start the 3rd inning. Birdwell finished with 8 strikeouts, give up 3 hits in his 3 1/3 innings, did not walk a batter or hit a batter. There's a shot up to second base. Tyler Holsworth cannot make the grab. Safe call at first base. They were thinking there might be 2 there, but instead, the tying run comes in and no outs are recorded. Be an error on Tyler Holsworth, but an RBI for Ethan here. Drew Webster comes in to score. Noah Ward in the batter's box with 1 out, and the bases are loaded. Ball is tapped foul down the third base line. Hard hit ball that Holsworth just could not get a glove on it. Trickled into center field a little bit. He retrieved it, tried to get it here at first base. There's a shot down the third base line. That's fair ball. That's in the corner, and 2 runs will score. They are going to send Ethan here to the plate. Here's the throw. Not in time. That is a bases clearing double by Noah Ward. And he will end up at third base on the throw as 5 runs come across here in the 4th inning. 3 RBIs for Noah Ward. Big Jay Charlo will step into the box with his team up now 5-2. He taps one toward his dugout. It's Ethan here in the rear end who's back to the field, but knew something was heading over that way. But it was a slow roller, so he was not harmed. Tough start here by Braxton Alexander. Charlo fouls another one down the left field line. Count no balls and 2 strikes. Charlo, who reached on an error, but was stranded at third base. Alexander needs a pop out or a strikeout here. Misses with that 0-2 pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jay Charlo, who's 8 for 27 now in the fall, according to my statistics. Jay Charlo drives one out to right field, and that will drive in another run as Cam Hodges gets back and makes the catch, but a sacrifice fly drives in Noah Ward. Jay Charlotte just gets it done. Hit that ball hard with the second out in the inning, and Matt Hall will step to the plate with nobody on. 2 outs, 6 runs in for Coach Kail's squad. Matt Hall doubled down the third baseline, and he cracks one out. Fair ball past Cedric Harris, and he will get his second double of the ball game. The post got in my way right there. I didn't see what happened. If that went, did that go to the foul line of Cedric? Did it? Okay. So Matt Hall with 2 doubles here. Bring Drew Plummer back to the box. So Matt Hall has hit both foul lines. Ball in the dirt, blocked by Hawkins. His first shot went down to third baseline and off the glove of Brody Melton. And then that shot right there to the left of Cedric Harris at first base, down the first base line. Ground ball up the middle. That will get through. And a play at the plate, no play, as Matt Hall will come in to score. So Drew Plummer, is Coach Kail's squad, has batted around. Driven in another run. Reed Mashinsky, who led this inning off, stepping back in the box. 7 runs have come across for Coach Kail's squad. 2 outs. Mashinsky started it off with a double into right center field. That fastball misses high. Six hits in the inning, 1 error. Another fastball that gets by Hawkins. Lead off from Plummer. Big swing by Reed Mashinsky on the 2-0 pitch. He just barely got a piece of it, tipped it into the glove of Caleb Hawkins. 2 balls, 1 strike. 7-run inning for Coach Kail's squad here in the top of the 4th inning. Another big swing and a miss. Eleventh batter to come to the plate. Runner going. Throw down to third base, and they're going to say he's out. It might have been a mercy call right there by Tanner Bumpelo. Thought the pitch actually might have been a strike, but he did not call it. Otherwise, that play at third base would have been moot. But a caught stealing. 2-5 will end the inning. So 10 batters officially come to the plate. 7 runs on 6 hits, 1 error. Nobody left on base. So touchdown and extra point by Coach Kail's squad takes the lead 7-2. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Well, the red Rypels need to get on the stick here in the bottom of the fourth inning. They find themselves down 7-2 after a 7-run top of the fourth by Coach Kail's squad. 6 hits and an error. And there was 1 walk in there. So a nightmare inning. As Chase Birdwell's 3 1/3 was looking very good, and then all of a sudden left with the bases loaded. Gave up 3 runs. So Cam Hodges comes to the plate. So the first pitch from Devin Thrain outside. Hodges popped out to second base in his first plate appearance. Count goes 2 balls and no strikes. Carter Vrabel, Matt Hall, Ethan Huddleston, and Noah Ward from third to first. Drew Plummer behind the plate, catching Devin Thrain, who's now gone 3 balls, no strikes to the Sevier County High School product. Cam Hodges, who was teammates there with Corbin Overbay, not in the lineup today, and he take a 4-pitch walk. Not what you're looking for after getting a 5-run lead. Thrain came in the bottom of the 3rd inning, faced 1 batter, Thedrick Harris, got him to ground out. Sorry, Corbin is in the lineup. He's not in, he is hitting, not in the field. He called that a strike? Okay, he's getting nonchalant on that strike call now, huh? Breaking pitch in there, and another called strike down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Overbay also popped out to Ethan Huddleston. Foul territory this time to end the 1st inning. Huddleston playing at second base today. Swinging a foul tip at the plate. Overbay stays alive. He's 9 for 25 this fall. Corbin's had a very, very good fall season against opposing teams. Is 9 for 21. 2 doubles, 7 RBIs in 8 games that he played. Looking at an 0-2 pitch here. That ball gets away from Plummer. And down to second base will go Cam Hodges. Ball didn't get in the dirt. It just got to the backhand of Drew Plummer, who's not spent a ton of time, I don't believe, behind the plate with all the equipment on. So he charged with a pass ball in my book there. And Overbay hits one out to shallow left field. A diving attempt by Jay Sharla, and it gets by him. Throw to second base, not in time to get Overbay, who will get in at second with an RBI double. As 1 run comes in, Hodges had to wait and see if that ball was going to get down. Honestly, I wasn't watching him as the ball was blooped just in front of Jay Sharla. He made a diving attempt, but could not come up with that shallow fly ball, and that brings Brody Melton to the plate. Plummer got to that one outside as that one missed wide. 3rd hit of the game for the Rypel squad and 3rd run. They are trying to get back in this game. Foul ball straight back. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Brody Melton flew out to right field to lead off the second inning. Now hitting a straight 500, 15 for 30 in games that I've broadcast. Pitch misses outside. So a walk and a bloop double. Brought in one run and another one sitting out there at second base. That pitch misses outside. Count goes 3-1. Tough spot for Tanner Bumbleow to see the pitches, especially when he's standing on that side of the pitcher's mound, to see that outside pitch. Foul ball gets out of play off to the right side. Full Count Ministries, full count. I believe the folks are back from Chinandega, where they were down there for a week. Jacob Oldham, Josh Carmen, Reed Glover, Carlos Lara, John Smithson should be back. And the ball in the dirt. It'll be his second walk of the inning. Country Cade, Coach Cade McKee out to chat with Devin Thrain. Coach McKee coached with Team Reese this past fall in the high school Wood Bat League, Full Count Fall League. He had asked if he could come and assist, and I was happy to have him. Had him down there at first base. He also talked to my pitchers, especially got to talk with Hunter McLaren, one of my 4-year players, who I think enjoyed having Cade McKee on the squad. I know the rest of the coaches. I had a Belmont Hall of Famer, Jerry Bell, former Major League pitcher, as one of my coaches. Joe Garafola. I also had my son, Wilson Reese. And Coach Charlie Gregg, former Vanderbilt punter and quarterback. Fastball misses outside to Caleb Hawkins. Nobody out. 2 runners on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fastball called strike on that outside corner. There's a lot of conversation. There's a lot of conversation going on out there on the mound. These guys spend a lot of time in bullpens together, and so there's some conversation between, hey, how about helping a brother out as that ball gets by Thrain. Count goes at 2 balls and 1 strike to Caleb Hawkins, who struck out looking in the second inning. Trenton Sholey's signature inning right there in the second as he retired 3 batters in a row. Retired Brody Melton on a fly out, struck out Caleb Hawkins and Maddox Liebrick. Sholey went 2 2/3. And there is ball 4, 3rd walk of the inning by Devin Thrain. Loads the bases, still nobody out. Maddox Liebrick stepping to the plate while Landon Tucker gets loose down in Coach Kail's bullpen. Thrain looking for a strikeout or pop out to the infield. Maddox Liebrick looks at a changeup in there on the inside corner. Nice pitch by Thrain. At this point, you're just looking to throw a pitch that you know you can throw for a strike. Infield at double play depth, they'll be happy to give up a run for 2. That ball is lined down the left field line, and that will be in for extra bases. That's to the wall. 2 runs are scored. Rypel will hold up the runner, who will not listen to him. Caleb Hawkins scores as Maddox Liebrick clears the bases. And Coach Rypel's squad gets within one, and out of the dugout comes country coach Cade McKee. So Maddox Liebrick with his big hit, ringing double down the left field line. And that will end the day for Devin Thrain. Big hit right there that Thrain had to pump in some strikes. Maddox Liebrick was ready for it. So we'll have a Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. We'll be right back after this break. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen. Landon Tucker on in relief of Devin Thrain. Tucker from LaGrange, Georgia, coming into no outs and a runner at second base. 4 runs already across. Hunter Searcy stepping to the plate to face Landon Tucker, who gets a sweeping curveball in there for a called strike. Searcy also popped out to second base to lead off the third inning. Tying run out there at second base in the person of Maddox Liebrick, who had a big 3-run double. Another sweeping curveball is outside. Landon Tucker, sophomore, side-winding right-hander. A 2-1 record, had a save last year. Breaking pitch misses down. 3 straight breakers right there. Right-handers don't like these sidewinders. Sidearm guys. Just said he started that in high school and just never gave it up. Son of Hank and Christy Tucker. At 11 appearances this past spring. Fastball there rides in on Searcy's hands, and he was able to fist it down the right field line. But it went foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 4 runs across as Kail's squad scored 7 in the top of the 4th. And now so far 4 in the bottom for the Rypel. Swing and a miss. Down goes Searcy to throw to third base. Gets by Vrabel. He gets up, throws home, not in time to get Maddox Liebrick, who just stole third base and went and scored on an errant throw. So 1 out and 1 run on that play as Searcy goes down swinging for the first out. Stolen base. Error on the throw. We are all tied up in the bottom of the fourth inning, scheduled for 5. Tyler Holsworth, who hit a solo shot, steps in to face Landon Tucker. We are all starting over now. Swing and a miss on a high fastball. On deck, Zach Zimmerly. 3 walks in the inning and 2 doubles. A stolen base and an error. That pitch is in there for a called strike. Really wasn't an awful throw at all down there. Not sure if Carter or Rypel, I'd have to see it again, but he might have been a bit surprised that Liebrich was even trying to steal third, maybe late arriving at the base. But I think the ball and Liebrich arrived at the same time and may have kicked that out of Carter's glove at third base. And it just trickled out to left field, never even left the dirt, but Carter was on the ground. Maddox got up quickly. Sweeping curveball misses outside. We have a full count. Ministries full count. Have not had a swing on a full count pitch yet. Not that I've recorded. I may miss one from time to time. Tucker looks in for the sign, shakes off the first one. He's got the next one, sweeping curveball swing and a miss. And down goes Holsworth for out number 2. Nice pitch by Landon Tucker. He's now struck out 2 in a row. And Zach Zimmerly steps to the plate, walked and scored in the first, popped out to the first baseman in the third. There's a breaking pitch, called strike on the inside corner. Wow, Zach Zimmerly was backing up away from the plate. That pitch was whispering by the inside corner. There's a fastball that misses away. His fastball will come back into the right-handed hitter. Obviously, the curveball going away. So you definitely have to read the spin on a side armor. Looked like he took something off of that one. 2 outs. 5 runs in. Tie this game at 7 apiece. Sweeping curveball on the inside corner. Count moves to 2 balls and 2 strikes. High school players don't see a whole lot of sidearm action. And here's a swing and a miss, actually a foul tip into the glove. So Landon Tucker comes in and strikes out the 3 batters that he faces, but the runner on second does score on a stolen base and an error. So we are headed to the top of the 5th inning, 7-7. Each team's got a touchdown and an extra point. Football Saturday. We'll be right back for the end of this one. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Summit Concrete call to the bullpen for Team Kail. Carter Bolt coming in to pitch for the Blue squad here in the top of the fifth inning. Is scheduled 4-5, so he is on to keep. What is he? It's throwing me off. He's wearing a blue shirt. That's what the problem is. Thinking, wait a minute, why is he pitching for the red team? So he's pitching for Rypel's squad. He's wearing Kail's shirt, but he's pitching for Rypel's squad. Okay, that's what's. I knew there was something did not look right there. So Carter Bolt in to pitch for Rypel's squad. And he will face Reed Mashinsky, Drew Webster, and Carter Vrabel. Mashinsky doubled and scored in the fourth. Swings at a fastball on the inside corner. Foul tips it into the glove. Nice pitch to start off with by Carter Bolt. So we've got two sidearmers back to back. Bolt's not quite as, well, that one he was sidearm, and that breaking pitch did not. It started out a little bit too far. So Reed Mashinsky will take one in the wallet and head on to first base. That's our first hit batter of the contest today. Go-ahead run on first base, Drew Webster. A single, and he squares the bunt. Ball, breaking pitch outside. Coach Kail's squad looking to play a little small ball here. Webster singled and scored in the fourth as well. 7-run inning last inning for the blue team. Drive just past to Brody Melton. Good night. Not Brady Moulton, but Brody Melton. Single into left field as he was drawn in because of the bunt. And once again, I have to apologize. I didn't get the right camera angle for that. Let's put runners at first and second. Caleb Hawkins will go out and talk to Carter Bolt. Tyler Holsworth getting nosy, wants to come in and see what's going on, or he wants to impart some information to Caleb Hawkins. Just kidding, he's not getting nosy. So a line drive single in the left field. Drew Webster now 2 for 3. And runners at first and second. Vrabel 0 for 1, strikeout and a walk. He drives one to shallow right field. Cam Hodges in will make the catch for out number 1. That brings Ethan Huddleston to the plate, who's 0 for 2. Strikeout swinging and a strikeout looking. Looking for his first hit of the afternoon. On deck, R.J. Moore will be pinch hitting, and Huddleston starts to lay a bunt down and pulls the bat back, but pitch called a strike. Breaking pitch around the letters. Not sure that he'll be bunting here with one out. Fouls that breaking pitch off. Looks like R.J. Moore on deck will pinch hit for Keegan Evick here in the top of the fifth inning. The 0-2 pitch swung on and fouled out of play to the right side. A hit batter, a single in the left field, and a fly out. Gets us to 1 out and 2 on. Tie ball game here in the last inning of game 1. 2 doubleheaders. There's a line drive to second baseman Tyler Holsworth, who will double up Reed Mashinsky at second base to end the inning. So a hard line drive by Huddleston, but Mashinsky drifting a little too far off the base. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Coach Rypel's squad looking to win another one in the last inning. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Landon Tucker back out on the mound for the bottom of the 5th inning. Try to get the Coach Kail squad onto extra innings. He will face Logan Molnar. First pitch, ball 1. I am efforting to get both camera angles up here. Here we go. Sweeping curveball. Coin flip out there by Tanner Bumbelow, and he finally says outside. 2 balls and a strike. Molnar doubled and walked so far. And he looks at a curveball in the inside corner called strike. On deck, Thedrick Harris. Cam Hodge is also scheduled here, but Rypel's squad looking for 1 run. There's a sweeping curveball swung on and missed. Logan Molnar from Independence High School. I understand he originally signed with Austin Peay State University, but then a coaching change made a change to his future as count now goes full. Full Count Ministries, full count. Rypel squad, 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, and then found themselves down 7-2 and scored 5 to tie it up. And there's a swing on a full count out to right field. Ethan here coming on and will make the running catch for out number 1. So the second full count pitch that was hit in foul territory or not hit in foul territory. 0 for 2 on the day. So Thedrick Harris stepped to the plate against sophomore Landon Tucker. Coach Rypel came down to give Harris a bit of instruction. Here's 0 for 2. Tucker from the stretch, swing and a miss on a fastball. No changes defensively that I've seen. There's a ground ball up the middle. Matt Hall Not far to his left, but makes the throw over to Noah Ward at first base to retire Cedric Harris. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Cam Hodges walked and scored in the 4th inning. He led that 5-run rally off with a walk. Scored on Corbin Overbay's double. There's a breaking pitch right over the plate. Game 2 of the World Series went to extra innings, 1 extra inning, another sweeping curveball that is hit out to shallow left center field. Jay Sharla to make the grab, and we are going to extra innings. Kind of funny to hear that 6 innings is extra innings, but it is, in fact, in this ball game, extra innings. 3 up, 3 down for Landon Tucker. We are headed to the top of the 6th. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Ryan Wells on for the Red Squad. Carter Bolt goes 1 inning in service for Coach Rypel's squad as a light blue wearing jersey wearer. 1 inning, give up 1 hit batter, no runs, no walks. Ryan Wells will be wearing the correct red shirt to face Coach Kail's squad here. Wells, a two-way player, 6 foot, 185-pound redshirt sophomore from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Went to Eagleville High School, a general studies major, and the son of David and Brandy Wells, the brother of Austin, a Vol State baseball alum, and grandson of Sonny in Orlando, Florida, and Grammy in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And Ryan Wells was a big hero here a couple of games ago. Hit a walk-off 3-run home run for Coach Rypel's squad's only win so far. They're looking to do it again in walk-off fashion, as they will. Ryan Wells pitched the top of the 6th inning. We are officially in extra innings. Ryan Wells getting extra warm-ups as we will have some different hitters coming to the plate. Here, I thought R.J. Moore was on deck at when Ethan Huddleston lined out into a double play. So it looks like he is, in fact, coming up. I don't know if Ethan here is scheduled after that. Scheduled would be Keegan Evick, Ethan here, and Noah Ward. But R.J. Moore's got a bat in his hand, but he is not going to hit for Keegan Evick. So it looks like he's going to hit for Ethan here as Keegan Evick stepping to the plate. Thank goodness for whiteout. Evick 1 for 2 on the day, facing Ryan Wells. Swinging a drive out to right field. Back goes Cam Hodges. That'll get over his head to the wall. Keegan Evick will cruise into second base with a leadoff double on the first pitch that he sees from Ryan Wells. So he is now 2 for 3 on the day. Sun getting in the eyes of the right fielder and second baseman a little bit here now at about 2:45. So the 8th hit of the ball game for Coach Kail's squad. And now R.J. Moore will hit for Ethan here in the 6th inning. Breaking pitch stays high. So the go-ahead run out at second base. Wells delivers the first 2 pitches to Moore high. Looks like no defensive changes at this point. 3 balls, no strikes. Eli Klopfelter showing up in street clothes here in the press box. Ball 4. Okay, so I'm just getting some intel from a reliable source, Eli Klopfelter, who says that we're out of pitching. So after Ryan Wells and who? Is it Landon Tucker that's been in, or we got one more to throw? Caden Blackford. Okay, so after Ryan Wells and Caden Blackford, we will be done for the day as Noah Ward swings and fouls the first pitch off. I wonder how many innings. Do you have any idea how many innings Wells can go or Blackford can go? Are they going to go like a couple innings and we're just going to play this game out? Okay. Okay, so we won't have a game 2. We'll just play this one out. Ward swings at a pitch about mouth high. So we're going to play this out. This is the rubber game then. So Rypel's squad has to win just to break even. But Qualls, they may need you to throw left-handed down there, buddy. Yeah. Outside. Close pitch there. Thank you for the intel, Eli. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Looks like a changeup, maybe down. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Noah Ward 1 for 2, struck out and doubled, drove in 3 runs in that 7-run fourth inning and swings and misses at that pitch and goes down on strikes. So first out for Ryan Wells via the strikeout. Big J Charla stepping to the plate. Charla reached on an error and drove in a run with a sacrifice fly. Swings and pops that ball up, and it will get out of play. So if you're sitting in the stands and you're listening, then you know that we won't be here all day as that pitch misses low and away. So tell your neighbors. I guess we could make an announcement in between innings, but it's going to be a shock to some folks when they see that we will not be playing game 2, as parents have probably left to go get food for people thinking this is going to be in between games. There's a hard smash down the right field line, first base line. It goes foul. Charlotte down in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes, hanging tough with 2 runners on. Swinging a foul ball, looks like down that left field line. It will land right before the bullpen and left field corner. Just trying to see when Jay Charlotte hit that home run most recently. Thought it was in one of these World Series games. And it was. I just can't find the game. He swings and misses and looks like Wells. He took something off of that one. Down goes Charlo. So back-to-back strikeouts by Ryan Wells. Bring to the plate the doubles man today. Number 2, Matt Hall playing shortstop. 2 doubles. Has scored 1 run. And with 2 outs and 2 on, looking to be the hero here, at least in the top of the 6th inning. So we will play more than 6, I would assume. Caden Blackford, I think, is the other pitcher as that ball is popped up out to shallow center field. Zach Zimmerly make the grab. So Ryan Wells allowed the first 2 batters to reach base. Keegan Evick's double over the head of Cam Hodges in right field, and then a walk to R.J. Moore. Then a strikeout, and a fly out. We are moving to the bottom of the 6th inning, all tied up. You're listening to the Vol State Sports Network. Caden Blackford on for Coach Kail's squad. The last pitcher that's available today, so not sure if he'll go 1 or 2 innings. We will find out together. He will come on to pitch here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 6'2", 175-pound freshman from White House, Tennessee. Went to White House High School, general studies major, and the son of Jeff and Kim Blackford, brother to Alexa and Davis, and the grandson of Papa and Ridgetop and Nana in Foley, Alabama. And he will face Corbin Overbay. And again, Corbin must have a big left sleeve. That looks to me like it hits him. But he stays in the batter's box to face another pitch from Blackford that misses low and away. Overbay 1 for 2, hit a bloop double and an RBI in the 4th inning. Now looking at a 3-0 count. Seven to 7. Originally scheduled for 5 innings. Then we were going to play another 5-inning game, but apparently too many hits in a couple of these innings and had to use up some pitchers that weren't planning on using up. 3-0 pitch goes 3-1. Another breaking pitch on the inside corner. We're at a full count Ministries, full count. On deck, Brody Melton. Caleb Hawkins scheduled after Melton. So Caden Blackford gets the first out swinging. Landon Tucker went 3 innings, pitched to 6 batters, retired all 6. Struck out the first 3 in relief in the 4th inning and then retired 3 in the 5th. Brody Melton will spin away from a breaking pitch. So Melton starts the way that Corbin Overbay did, nearly getting hit by a pitch. Another fastball inside. Melton 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Only 4 hits for Team Rypel. They scored 5 runs in the 4th to tie it up. There's a breaking pitch and misses again. So we've Caden Blackford gone 3-0 to the first 2 batters he's faced. He was able to come back and get Overbay swinging on the full count. See if he can do the same with Brody Melton. 3-0 breaking pitch in there for a called strike. So Caden Blackford respecting Brody Melton's fall that he's had. Doesn't want to give him a fastball right down the middle of the plate. Let's see what he does on 3-1 if he goes back to that curveball. He does and gets a swinging strike. Brings us back to another full count Ministries, full count. So this is the last ball game of the fall. Blue squad and the red squad will only get in 4 games here as running out of pitching. Another curveball fouled off to the right side. Our first full count for first pitch foul ball of the day, 1 for 4. Looks like we're going to end the season really close to 50%. We'll do it again. Full count. Nobody on, 1 out. Fouls off another one. Landon Godsey will see if he can hunt that one down. Got another pitcher getting warm up. Looks like down in the bullpen. Maybe we'll play a little bit longer. Here's a curveball hit out the left field. Back goes Charla to the fence on the warning track to haul that one in. For out number 2. Brody Melton vying for his 4th home run to take the lead in the home run hunt. He and this man right here, and now Tyler Holsworth, have 3. For the fall. Caleb Hawkins 0 for 1 with a walk, and he has hit one, and he just took that lead as he bat flips that one. He knew when he hit that one. I guess we're going to walk this off. Another walk-off home run. Caleb Hawkins will come around third base, and all of his teammates right there at the plate to give some love to Caleb Hawkins. Coach McGuire calling all of the team now out there, so it looks like this will be it. So maybe there aren't any more pitchers, and we won't continue. We keep it here for just a little bit to see what, in fact, he has decided or what will happen. But it appears as though it's a walk-off home run. And I'll put that run up there and call this a final. Coach Rypel's squad wins its 2nd game, both of those games in walk-off fashion with walk-off home runs. So Caleb Hawkins, with the final swing of the fall, picks up home run number 4 and base hit 18. So he ends up 18 for 38. And in my calculations, a 500 batting average, 4 home runs. See how many RBIs he ended up with for me. So 9 RBIs against opposition. 10, so 11 RBIs. Brody Melton, according to my stats, ended up with the most RBIs, I believe. But he is meeting with the team, so I'm going to assume that we will not be playing any more baseball, as he had indicated that we were running out of pitching. So Alex Qualls is closing down shop here, looks like. So looks like that will end it. So the Pioneers are run out of pitchers. Ended up with a 6-inning ball game, 1 6-inning game today. That was won by Coach Rypel's squad. So both teams ended up with 2 victories here at the end of the fall. So let's see, that was the 5th hit for Rypel's squad. 8 hits, or is that 9 hits? No, 8 hits for Coach Kail's. So 7 runs on 8 hits for Kail's squad and 8 runs on 5 hits for Rypel's team. Alex, good job. We'll talk to you later. So, folks, I'll probably put something on Twitter as soon as I get some word from Coach McGuire. But I just want to thank everybody for watching and listening this fall. I'm definitely looking forward to the spring. I'm sure it'll be some different faces maybe in the spring, but these guys will move on to conditioning this fall. Coach McGuire has indicated there may be a cut. I'm not sure if he wants to carry 52 players, but at this point he might want some more pitchers. But I don't think he's concerned about playing 5 games in 3 days right now. But the Pioneers will host the conference tournament in May of this next year. So that's this fall. I've been working on the 2-camera system. Definitely have an intern that will help me, that will take a lot of this off the plate. You won't see as many mistakes with cameras and scoreboard, as we will effort to find a qualified intern or 2 to have that be the best broadcast that we can bring to you. So, but anyway, I want to thank you for those of you that have come up and introduce yourself to me in between games of doubleheaders or after games here at the press box or at the field. I enjoy getting to meet the players' families and grandparents, parents, and without you, there'd be no reason to bring the broadcast. And I thoroughly enjoy it and thank God for bringing me to Vol State and for them allowing me to spend this time keeping a scorebook and talking baseball. So I also want to thank Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and most of all Coach Jim McGuire, who's allowed me to be a part of the team here. So for Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reese saying so long, and may God bless you all. And I look forward to talking to you either in person or on a live stream YouTube and Twitter feed in February. God bless each and every one of you. Goodbye.